welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith, and today's unboxing is for a small box game called The Deadeye from Pleasant Company Games. We are going to be taking an in-depth look at it, and speaking of looking at it, you might notice that the box sleeve cover is a bit blurry, and that's because it is going to require the red-blue 3D glasses that create that 3D effect as you play through the game. So you will see as you go through this video some blurred images because I'm not going to be able to recreate that look without you actually being able to see through the glasses themselves. However, I still wanted to point you toward this because it's a solo only game. So it's a small box solo game, and these things I love to find. They can be hidden gems in amongst a giant, massive, huge board games. This takes 15 minutes to play, so let's find out a little bit more about the Deadeye. Escape a Treacherous Planet is a solo card game adventure, and you will be needing, as I mentioned, those 3D glasses in order to play it. However, you could play without them, but I imagine it's going to be a little tough to see everything perfectly. However, the effects on the cards will really pop if you're wearing those glasses. So without further ado, let's open up the box. We'll read a bit about the rulebook to find out more about what this game involves, and we'll definitely be taking a look at all the cards. The first thing you're going to find when you open up the box is this deluxe booklet, and this booklet's really nice because it's going to actually walk you through the designer's design as they went through the process of creating the game. They've got an introduction here on the left-hand side, and they also have a whole bunch of concept art, and they talk about how the stereo 3D works, and they've got little snippets all the way along so you can learn something as you go through it. So this is kind of a nice little addition, but it looked like the rule book initially until I started looking through it, and then I realized this is actually quite nice. It even shows you how they went ahead and created the 3D cards that you'll be using. Next up inside the box, you've got some baggies here for organization. You also have a bunch of these. I'm going to have to open them up, but I believe these are going to be different sets of glasses. Inside each of those cases that you saw me just remove, there were definitely some sets of glasses. Two of them look to be the standard size here, and there's a smaller one here as well. Next up, let's take a look at this booklet right here. And one of the coolest things that I tried doing just in between shots here was throwing the glasses on and taking a look at some of these pages and even the game box. Like, everything for this game is in 3D, and it looks really cool, and I have nothing like it in my collection, so I'm really looking forward to trying this out. Of course, doing so over a camera probably won't work so well, but in terms of doing it in person, it's going to look really awesome. So I'm just going to show you some of the pages here. It appears that we found the rule booklet, and it states, buckle up your rad suit, fire up the rig, beware the talks. The Deadeye is an adventure card game for one player. Assume the role of a lone thermo-bandit downed on a hostile backwater planet. Your mission? Find the next safe haven before you lose all hope and strength, and maybe, just maybe, find a way off of this desolate rock. Face dangerous encounters, salvage useful parts, and reach further. The game objective down below states the Deadeye is played over a series of runs. The object of a run is to reach the next safe haven. The object of the game is to successfully reach the final safe haven and escape the Deadeye before your reserves run out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rulebook a little bit closer on the insides. We got the components here all listed out, as well as the glasses. And then this one says it's a pair of hook behind 3D specs versus a pair of 3D specs. So you have some different options there. You've got the game overview on the left. And I'll let you go ahead and pause the screen if you want to read about the setup in terms of how this is going to be looking on the table. How to play. I'm actually really intrigued to try this. I might be throwing this on the table right away just to see how far I can go with my run. This looks like it would be quite easy to learn just based on the number of pages here. And it looks like it clocks in at just short of 20. It's got an example of play here on the back as well, and then an FAQ and some credits at the back. Inside the box is a game board here, and as you can tell, if you threw on some 3D glasses, this would definitely look like it has some serious depth. I don't even need the 3D glasses on to already see the depth being shown here just in the style of how it was built. And if I go ahead and flip it over to the opposite side, a completely different pattern over here. And last but certainly not least, we have a deck of cards, unless of course there's something hiding underneath this insert. So we're gonna go ahead, rip these things open and take a look at each and every one of them. There were also a few promo cards that came along with it as well. I'll show you these three. And that's going to wrap up this unboxing of the Deadeye from Pleasant Company Games. What drew me towards this one was the fact it's only playable solo. It can be played in 15 minutes. It's obviously, as you saw during the rulebook reading, you go on runs to see how far you can go and how many safe havens you can get to, and obviously trying to get to the final one. The other aspect of the 3D glasses is really appealing, mainly because in a solo game, well, you're the only one that has to wear the glasses, so there's no kind of issue with having to have everybody wear glasses for a game. In this case, you just throw them on, sit down, and play the game. And I believe, and I haven't tried it just yet, that it is going to add some serious immersion to what's going on the tabletop. I've already looked at the game board, I've already looked at the game boxes with the glasses, and I was really impressed at how much things pop. Let me know in the comments below, are you intrigued by the Deadeye? Yes, no, and why or why not? I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, keep on rolling solo.